All right, we welcome you back, and thank you so much, Christina. And listen, we mentioned that if you're in the market to buy a house, or financing for a house, or selling a house, we thought we'd bring in some experts who could have that discussion this morning and see if we can figure some things out. And then all of a sudden there's this massive shoe on the table, and there's just like a random sock sticking up.
It's a big sock.
We'll have to explain to you.
Big shoe, big sock.
Exactly what we're talking about. Bill Gaylord and Sam Hansen are from Gaylord-Hansen Mortgage Group, and they are here to tell us if it is a good time to buy. And they've also got a really, really great charitable thing that they're involved with, and we'll get into that as well. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning,
Guys.
guys.
How are you? Guys. Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you. I could have used you a few months ago because I was in the market. And
we were ready.
It's scary out there, but it's nice to know they're experts. Tell me what to do because I have no idea.
Well, let's start off with that. I mean, first of all, just kind of global picture right now, because we hear about how the market is on its way back up. What do you guys say?
It is a great time to buy. I mean, California, as you know, we live in such a great spot here in San Diego. I mean, values are going up, interest rates are low, and it's hard. The biggest concern right now in the marketplace is inventory. Mm-hmm. There's just not a lot of homes out there, and but interest rate wise, they're gonna go up. And values are going to go up, so you're just going to get less. So it is a good time to buy.
Now, is this kind of the lowest that you guys have seen it? Because my parents were trying to tell me, God, back in the day, it was like 14%, and this is the lowest we've ever seen it.
Absolutely. I mean, back in the 70s when the rates were 14, 15%, you always get those stories. I remember a couple years ago, we were locking people at 30-year fixed at 4.25%, and we thought that was the lowest it's ever going to get. Now we're locking people at 3.25%, 3%. I mean, it really is amazing. It's been historically low for a long time right now.
But let me ask you guys this question. Is it easy to get money? I mean, that's kind of the one thing you hear about. Hey, there's not a lot of inventory, and to borrow money is less expensive than ever before, but how hard or how easy? Because, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even a little further back, they were giving it away, right?
Yeah, they were definitely giving it away, and it's certainly changed, and it's really gone back to where people can qualify. And you hear about the horror stories about, it's so hard to get a mortgage and all that, but it's not as hard as you would think. It's just every file has really become a test case. It's dotting your I's and crossing your T's, whereas 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it was more you could kind of fudge a few things here and there, and if it really made sense, you could kind of get it through the system. Now it's just documenting and kind of probing, unfortunately, for the financial information for people. Yeah. So you can get loans. We do a lot of loans. It's just going through and finding solutions for what's out there.
Who's the perfect candidate? Like, I've never bought a house before, but I have great credit. But because of that, I don't have many assets. What's going against me?
Well, the perfect candidate is somebody that's has a good employment track record in the same line of work, where they have a low debt-to-income ratio, good credit with a deep history of credit, not just a high score, but also a history of credit of managing liabilities well, also some reserves. But there's some great programs out there. FHA. You can buy a home with as little as 3.5% down. It can be a gift. It is a really, really good loan for the right person. There was a major overreaction to getting a loan after the real estate shift in 07 and 08, but it's starting to come back a little. I see it. We believe the California market was kind of first into it. We see appreciation at 10% year over year right now. So. There's a lot of programs to get a mortgage, so it's a little bit easier than people think. If you hit that box, you can get a loan.
I mean, if you're W-2 employed, that's typically the easiest type of loan. Self-employed is the one where you have to go off tax returns and you have to calculate it. So that's really the ones that you have to go through.
But aren't we dealing with a whole new generation of home buyers? Because we're talking about people that have had short sales. Can you buy a home?
You can buy a home after a short sale. And there's some programs that are continuing to come out. The most recent one, I think, was conventional came out where if you've had a short sale 2 years ago, if you put 20% down, you can get a conventional mortgage. And then FHA has a program.
It's usually a 2 to 3 year waiting period. It can be a little earlier with extenuating circumstances, but a lot of these people are starting to come back in the market, which is driving demand, which is really good.
All right. So look, clearly, buying a home, maybe selling a home, financing for a home, etc., you guys seem to be in a prime
place
spot
to go,
for people
yeah.
that are watching this morning. And you can visit the website Gaylord-Hansen.com. Some reasons to be bullish on the housing market.
Right.
Thanks
in
so
a year,
much.
I'll come see you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll hold you to it.
Don't go anywhere. So much more to come. Stick around.